CEO of the Jackson YMCA, Shawna Tello. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really well. We were just talking that it's already, week 4 of high school football season and getting ready. It's fall almost,
It
right?
is fall. I could feel it. Was it yesterday? I went for a walk and I could see leaves coming down and you could just kind of smell it in the air. It's exciting once you finally accept it, right?
Yeah, that is true.
John has a fall high school athlete.
She does.
I do. My daughter's running cross country this year.
That's awesome.
She's always been a volleyball player. Big meet last night, big meet Friday. We'll be at MSU. And
Are you running around the course screaming at her?
I'm one of those really
Yes,
crazy moms.
I like that.
I am. It's terrible. I saw another parent that had a sweatshirt that said cross country, the only sport where parents have to be somewhat in shape.
That's true.
And it's so true, but I'm loving it.
That's fun.
Being outside and moving around with her.
Last week, you unveiled a set of drawings, what the new Y is going to look like, and also you had a couple of meetings with community leaders with an update, and today we share that with you, with our viewers. So that's what it looks like now.
That looks great.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's beautiful.
I mean, there will be no way of telling if you didn't know the building before, you wouldn't know that we retained the old building. The facade wrap all along Wesley Street and Franklin Street is completely different, and then really the focal point here is the main entrance. That's on the east side of the building, and that's all new construction. So as you approach the building from the parking lot, that's directly from the Y parking lot, you'll have a lot of visibility into the building, and then folks that are already in the building will have visibility out into the parking lot. And what we really wanted to accomplish there was a sense of welcoming and safety, clean sight lines, and those were commitments that we made at the very beginning of the campaign. When we started fundraising, we did the community needs assessment and a lot of other studies, and those two factors really bubbled to the top as being important to our members and to the community. This is more of an aerial view. You can see where the blue buses are parked on the far east side of the lot. You can see those cornermost properties on the corner of Mechanic Street and Wesley. Those will come down to be able to expand our parking even further. The little apartment building that would be entered from Franklin Street, that will also go away, and we'll expand that green space there. We'll have a playground and an area for outdoor group exercise. And then the blue highlighted area, that's all the new construction. The white area is the existing facility. Just a fantastic project. That nice entrance plaza will make it so much easier for young families to load and unload children, people with limited mobility.
It's going to feel great walking into that new building. People are going to have a better workout.
It is. It really sets the tone from the moment you get out of your car, right? To get you in the mood to be active. Going into the building, that gray area, from the lobby all the way down, you can see a lot of commons area for social gathering. One of the things we learned when the facility was closed due to the pandemic, executive order closed the facility for 6 months, was that people, particularly our seniors and our young families, rely on the YMCA for social connections. And so we wanted to create a lot of space for meaningful social connections. Also, you'll see kind of that common spine theme carried over from the original new building design, so that when you enter the building, when you stand in that lobby area, you can look to your right or straight ahead and see the access points for every program or service within the facility that you intend to use. Again, just reinforcing that sense of welcoming, ease of access, and of course safety. There will also be views all the way up to the 3rd floor. But here I'm taking you up to the 2nd floor. You can see how the Wellness Center will extend and wrap around the east side of the building with the views into the parking lot. Henry Ford has space on both floors. We are so excited to partner with them on community health programs, and then also be able to provide various types of phase 3 cardiac rehab. We're looking at pulmonary rehab, just a variety of community-focused health programs there. Additional studio space if you're a group exercise person. Retaining the gym, but some significant safety and cosmetic upgrades being made there.
The old gym. The old gym's gone.
The small gym will become a combination.
The kiddie gym.
The kiddie gym will become a combination of a group exercise studio and expanded wellness space. We want to create more space for functional training, more selectorized equipment, more free weight equipment, those types of things. And what you couldn't see in those that I just have to talk about, we're able to keep the racquetball courts, 2 of the racquetball courts, and there's a group of members that are really excited about that. And we'll also be expanding the new construction all the way up to a 3rd floor so that you'll be able to access the track by elevator or staircase as opposed to those little spiral stairways in the corner.
Nice.
And there'll be some space up there also for cross training.
So the question, the next question is timeline. When?
Timeline, right. Well, I think the most important thing for the community to keep in mind is that the project is underway.
Right.
What's happening right now is very much behind the scenes. We're doing a lot of work on our HVAC system and on our pool systems. We've recently replaced 3 different types of pumps in our pool system. And then going into the end of the year and early spring, you'll start to see more physical changes. Later this fall, you'll see demolition of external properties. We're creating a kind of a landing space for the construction crews in that area. And then, of course, also of importance, and you can stop me anytime because I could just talk and talk and talk about this, but we'll be putting out the project for bid to local subcontractors.
Nice.
And that'll happen early in February. So that's another key point on the timeline there.
Fall is come back to the Y time after people are outside all summer, and you are geared up for that.
We're really excited. I was here a couple weeks ago and talked about the energy in the building after summer camp and things starting to feel more normal. That energy carries through into our fall programming and winter programming, and it's a good time of year as you're thinking about maintaining your physical activity to think about doing that inside at the Y. We've got an outstanding wellness center with a variety of different types of equipment. We have the best group exercise instructors in town. One I'm hearing a lot about lately is our Aqua Zumba. And that's just a fun class that appeals to people of all ages. If you haven't worked out in the water before, the thing that's really unique about aqua exercise is the fact that it doesn't put pressure on your joints, but the resistance of the water amps up your workout significantly. So you might not feel like you're working out, but then you get home that night and you go, wow, I'm exhausted. That was a good workout. So definitely the time to get back to the Y. Some huge membership specials we'll be announcing really soon. Fantastic youth programs. We added a cooking class to our after-school program, and they're making the most amazing things. These kids are, I can smell it.
Are they making you dinner?
Well, it might become dinner if there's any extra. Yeah, but Megan and her team are doing an incredible job with our youth programs, and kids are eager to get back. They're eager to be busy.
Yeah, a couple key dates: October 7th, Pink Ribbon Party, and then November 11th, Party for a Cause, which is a biggie.
Yes, both of those are huge events. The Pink Ribbon Party is really a big portion of the funding for our Turning Point program for breast cancer survivors. And I mentioned that we have the best instructors in town. We do, and they put on that party. It is just a lot of fun. It's a workout, it's a dance party. There's food, snacks, raffles, giveaways. If you like Zumba, you need to be at that event. And if you're passionate about supporting breast cancer survivors, you need to be at that event. And then our annual Party for a Cause. That's a community-wide fun event. We've got great entertainment, 50 amp fuse lined up for this year.
Your generation?
Did I get that wrong? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We just made a big change this year.
I think they are the same band.
Yeah, they share
Right?
some
Similar?
musicians, and at one point, I guess they
Okay.
were all together,
I
and
don't
then
know.
they split. So we thought we'd try the other half.
I
this
have no
year.
idea how it works.
If you're watching, I apologize.
They-
You are all wonderful.
They're all wonderful.
They're similar. They do. They have interchangeable people.
Yeah, but I think the original was 50 amp
50 amp,
pianos.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm glad we cleared that
great
up.
group. Looking forward to that. We'll announce our volunteer of the year, our employee of the year. Fantastic silent auction and live auction. That event, the proceeds allow the Y to have a scholarship program. Nobody's turned away from the Y due to inability to pay. And so we use the funds from that event and from our annual campaign to make sure that we can provide scholarships to everybody that needs them.
Awesome. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shawna.
Thank you.
Shawna Tello, the CEO of the Jackson YMCA. Stay tuned. Willis and Macknick has, I have some news, an announcement coming up next. Stay tuned.